Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. Today we're going to talk about how aesthetics might be ruining your budget. Now hear me out on this, guys. Most people want to have a nice house with things coordinating, possibly have the latest and greatest, and have things that are trendy that maybe you see in magazines or on social media or that somebody that you know has, and I totally get that. But I constantly see people online that are promoting videos that they go to Target, IKEA, wherever, and these are not bad stores, I'm just saying, you see that, and they are replacing items almost on a constant basis, even though there was nothing wrong with the original. Okay, so if you have a set of dinner plates, they don't have chips in them, they hold your food, you can run them through the dishwasher, they stack up fine in your cupboard, then why replace them on a every 6 months, every year? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. You want to stay away from things that are super trendy, especially when it comes to like household items. Well, I try to stay away from things that are trendy just in general. But the thing is, if red plates with polka dots are really popular right now, a couple of months from now, everybody's going to be getting something else. And then in a few months, everyone's going to be getting something else and something else and something else. And the issue with this is not just environmental, because that's a terrible strain on our environment. People constantly replacing items even though there's nothing wrong with them. But it's also terrible for your budget. I can't tell you how many people I've known personally or seen on social media that it seems like they're constantly getting new throw pillows. They're constantly getting, like I said, new dinner plates or new this and new that when there was nothing wrong with the original. And people will say like, oh, well, I'm really into aesthetics right now. So they want everything to be super matchy-matchy, or to go with their new theme on life, whether that be everything all white or everything all cream, or maybe there's a certain pattern or a certain designer that might be influencing that. And a lot of famous people also have their own lines of kitchenware or household goods. And if you really like that person, then you might want to support their business or be like them. I can think of a specific lady from Teen Mom, and she has like a whole design collection now. Or there are people from HGTV that have entire lines of things, and people have been watching these people for years and want to emulate, and they're like, they've got great style and their house is set up so good and all that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the issue is, in a couple of months, that same person will be promoting a whole new aesthetic and a whole new line of things, and you really cannot keep up with it. So my rule of thumb is I don't get anything that anybody promotes. I use what I have until it's unusable anymore. And then I go to the store and I think, what would make me happy? What would best utilize, what would best embody what I want to use every day? Brandon and I have beautiful plates that him and I picked out. I think we got them on Amazon. We were looking for something specific. We wanted like dark colors and kind of like, we really like jewel tones. And so we bought this beautiful set of plates, and I'm hoping that's going to last us a really long time. And they weren't based off any trend. They were not based off anybody influencing us to get them or anybody promoting them. It was literally like we just kept looking, and we'd been to a bunch of stores and we hadn't seen any that we liked. And another thing is too, guys, you don't want to go to the store. I've seen people do this too, where it's like, oh, well, I need plates. So they just go pick up some plates until they can find the real ones, the ones that they really want. And I really discourage you guys from doing that too, because that's just spending money on stuff that you already know are going to be out the door in a couple of weeks when you finally get the set that you want. So use what you have until they are unusable, and then go out and find what you really want. And we just have to be very mindful of aesthetics. Okay, now there's nothing wrong with wanting your home to look nice, or for you want to look nice, or how you present yourself to the world, but aesthetics are ruining your budget. Okay, it's the same thing it can be with anything, with cars. You know, maybe you've got a car that's a little worse for wear, but a new one really isn't in the budget, then you probably shouldn't go out and get another one. Run that one down until it like literally is just undrivable, and then go and get a nice car. You know what I mean? Like, you want to kind of be planning ahead. And who do we have to impress? I can remember I had a car and it was like on its last leg, and it made terrible noises when I was driving it, and if I drove too fast, it shook. It was safe though, guys. Like, I had taken it to the mechanic and they're like, yeah, it's safe, like it passed inspection and everything. But when I would be at a stop sign or a stoplight, it would kind of make some rattly noises, and it was embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. It was embarrassing, but it wasn't in the budget at the time to get another car. That one took me from A to B, and you just can't care what other people think, and you can't worry about what's trending. So aesthetics are important to some people. I totally get that. But you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're so worried about what other people are going to think or how you present yourself to the world that you're constantly getting new items that you don't really need. Okay? So get things slowly as the money comes up. If you're not concerned about the environmental impact, that's your prerogative. But if you can't afford it, then maybe do it little by little, or just use everything that you've got until it wears out. And then when something wears out, get something that you really like. And then the next thing wears out and you get something you really like. But we don't want to be throwing away or donating perfectly good items to spend money that we might not have to replace those items. Okay, guys? So take of that what you guys will, and I hope that you got something out of this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. Until next time, guys, bye.